And the interesting thing is the one loss, as you talked about, for Lawrence since their season opener was against Leavitt. And in a lot of ways, I think that matchup ought to prepare them very well for this one, as Carpenter, obviously a senior, very seasoned. Tatum Doucette can do a lot of the same things that he can, and you're going to have to make sure to contain him. I mean, that's going to be one of the big objectives for the Bulldog defense to win this game.
One huge development that we found out about this afternoon from Blair Doucette, the Messalonskee head coach. Sam Doobie is out tonight, and in fact may be out for a significant amount of time. An ankle injury during practice. He's coming off consecutive 200-yard gains, and that obviously, AJ, is a huge loss for the Eagles.
Yeah, and I mean, the game that we had for Messalonskee against Coney, Doucette was kind of the highlight maker in terms of them putting them in the lead, but Doobie was really the one that salted that game away, and it was a relatively competitive game despite the score. And I mean, Coney, I think, or Lawrence could give Messalonskee a little bit of a thank you, because that Messalonskee team beat up that Coney team, who then got demolished by Lawrence the next week.
So it's running back by committee tonight. Landon Rancourt and Garrett Bell will be the running backs primarily tonight for the Eagles, in the absence of Garrett Card, who is out tonight. Sam Doobie, who is out tonight. Cooper LeClaire also probable to play tonight, the lineman for Messalonskee, probably only one side of the ball, though he's got a hamstring injury. And, of course, Cam Dostie for Lawrence, their best lineman on both sides of the ball, has been fighting injury as well. And aside from that, for Messalonskee, they've had illness going through the team this week. I'm not sure if it's COVID or just the flu. I think it's just the flu and a cold. But it went through everybody, went through the coaching staff, so they are up against that. But bottom line still is, this is a great matchup. We've been eyeing this for a couple of weeks now, and here we are.
Yeah, 100%. Because of the implications. Pause my thought.
Let's take a timeout. We will come back. Hold that thought, AJ. We are back with more of our pregame show from Fairfield right after this on The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now. Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here live at P. Cooper Stadium at Keyes Field in Fairfield as you watch the captains and the coaches go out to midfield to meet with the referee and the officials. The referee tonight is Dick LaCase. The umpire is Rick Perry. Ralph Vintner is the back judge. The side judges are Brock Frederick and Mike Frederick, and the clock keeper up here upstairs is Dale Breton. We just had a fantastic rendition of the national anthem by Hallie Firmage. Great job by Hallie. And these two teams ready to get going. Messalonskee averaging nearly 42 points per game offensively and giving up only around 9 points per game. And Lawrence, after their season opening loss to Bangor 21-6, is averaging 36 points a game. So we have, I think, the distinct possibility of a high-scoring night tonight between these two football teams, even with the absence of Sam Doobie offensively for the Messalonskee Eagles. And the Eagles have won the toss, and they have elected to defer, so they are going to kick off. And Messalonskee will allow Lawrence to have the ball first. Interesting strategy on the road, but I can see it. Tonight's game is brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn, having their open house tomorrow from 9 until noon. Tour the campus, meet faculty, meet staff, meet some of the students and take that tour. Go to cmcc.edu. And the brand new Score Jeep will be at CMCC tomorrow for the open house from 9 until noon. I've posted photos of it on our Facebook page. If you haven't seen it yet, take a look. It is some kind of snazzy. Meanwhile, while that is going on tomorrow in Auburn, AJ and I will be up in Skowhegan for Messalonskee Skowhegan field hockey.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one, too. One of these teams will be there tomorrow, but again, talking about two of the best teams in Central Maine tonight, tomorrow two of the best teams in Central Maine in field hockey.
Lawrence wearing their blue jerseys with the gray numbers and the white pants. And we can see the numbers on both sides tonight. Messalonskee all in whites with the blue numerals. And everything is very, very visible tonight. So the Eagles will kick off.
I was going to ask you about that, Mike. Not totally true. I was going to ask if it's a rule to make it difficult on broadcasters because while the jerseys are more readable, and I'll take that, they dyed all the numbers and hash marks blue, which makes the numbers are big enough. That's fine. The hash marks, though.
All right, Finn Minkle, enough whining out of us. Finn Minkle will kick off. Roy on the far side. On the near side, it's Gage Martin. And it's Colton Carter in the middle. He grabs it at the 20, 25, a short kick to the 30, ducks his head, and scoots up near the 40-yard line. A pretty good return there by Colton Carter of that short kick. Give him a 19-yard return. And 1st and 10 for Michael Hamlin and this Lawrence offense. Hamlin wearing number 7 for those of you watching on our live stream. The junior quarterback.
Carter, by the way, in the 3 games we've done, Mike, Skowhegan, Levitt, and Coney, 49 rushes, 302 yards, 5 touchdowns, but 1 fumble lost.
All in all, some fantastic numbers. Hamlin from the shotgun, at least to start. Now they shift out of it, and he goes under center. 2 men in the backfield. Wide receiver to the right is Gavin Lunt. Handoff up the gut. That's Martin. This was huge last week. Look at him go, wrapped up around the shoulder high, and a flag is out, and that's going to be a horse collar. So Martin will get the big gain on that fullback dive, and they will tack on because of the penalty.
Yeah, easy call there, right along the sideline. So waiting to see where they officially mark him off at. I think looks like the Messalonskee 47. So give him 14. And then you're going to add 15 more?
Absolutely. So the 15 added on will put the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line. So on the first play from scrimmage for Lawrence, they get a big gainer from Gage Martin and 15 tacked on because of the horse collar. 1st and 10, Lunt is wide right. Carter is the running back in the eye in the shotgun. Handoff Carter. Carter bounces to the outside. Carter is to the 26-yard line. Actually, Messalonskee closed that down pretty fast after it looked like there was a lot of open space out there. Let's put him at the 25. So a gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
It's working tonight. The scoreboard works.
The clock is working tonight. That is good to see because it wasn't last week or 2 weeks ago when we were here. So 2nd down and 4 at the 25. Lunt is wide to the right side. Zaustuski is back in the lineup. He is slot right. He's a very speedy receiver. Handoff Carter. Carter outside his stiff arm, but wrapped up on a good tackle by Mitchell Marquis.
A nice play there. Both of those, Mike, I think against some of the other teams we've seen, Carter's got a chance, especially at last one, a chance to score, but Messalonskee does a nice job closing that down and gang tackling.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 at the 29-yard line. First possession of the game for either team. Lawrence began on the 39. Long gainer on 1st down, a 15-yard penalty. And now a 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage is the 24. They shift out of a shotgun. Going under center is Hamlin. The turn, it's a double handoff. It's Carter, lots of room. And he gets the 1st down. He is down to the 21-yard line. And it looks like enough, and it is. A 1st down for Lawrence.
Lawrence, I think, against Leavitt, Lawrence kind of got away from, I think, what they do best. And this is what they do best. Make Messalonskee stop you. Make them stop the run.
1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 20-yard line. Martin is the fullback. Wing right for Lawrence, it's Wilson. Wing left is Carter. We have a timeout taken by Lawrence as John Hurstrom saw something he did not like. He and offensive coordinator Kenny Lindelof want to talk about it. So a timeout with 10:34 left in the first quarter. First drive of the game. It'll be 1st and 10 when play resumes for Lawrence at the 20-yard line of Messalonskee.
Yeah, for the Bulldogs, this is what you want to do because we know, like you talked about, a lot of points potentially be scored. Both of these are high-powered offenses. So what you want to do, limit possessions for Tatum Doucette, especially without a slightly less diversified Eagles offense with Doobie not playing tonight.
Absolutely. It's got to be bullet point number 1 in the game plan for Lawrence is to run the ball and keep him off the field. I mentioned earlier today 40 carries on opening drive this morning, and that's what I think it's going to take.
Yeah, and the 3 games we've had, Mike, against Skowhegan 35, Leavitt 46, and Coney 60. That's the amount of rushes they had.
It's a workable formula for sure. All right, timeout over. 1st and 10 for Lawrence. Ball just shy of the Messalonskee 20-yard line. 10:34 to go in the first. Bulldogs come out in a tight formation. Martin is the fullback, double wing, Wilson and Carter. Now Carter in motion. The handoff, though, is to Martin, and he gets wrapped up and stopped. That dive did not work that time. And making the tackle there for the Messalonskee Eagles, Nate DeBlois, the senior, number 74. And a little bit of a loss on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and almost 11. So yeah. Martin, who broke that play twice last week, stuffed there.
On the first 2 carries. Yeah, and Lawrence got to show some wrinkles off of that.
All right, Wilson in motion. Rolling out is Hamlin. Looking deep. He is hit. He breaks away. And still going. Now can he get outside? No. He gets wrapped up from behind. And a nice job there all the way around defending. Hayden Pierce ends up with a sack. And Messalonskee makes a couple of defensive plays, and they force a 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 15.
There, I think Hamlin, to a certain extent, well, after you stepped through the first time, that was a nice job. I thought he was going to be able to bust that outside, but I think after you might lose a few yards on that first one and the place busted up, live to fight another day. Throw it away.
Huge crowd here in Fairfield, 3 or 4 deep all the way around the field, and the stands are full. 3rd and 15. Hamlin, a shovel pass inside. Getting outside is Carter, but not very far outside before Brady Brunel jumped up and made the tackle. So that's a forward pass. And a gain back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's 4th and 10. So our first big play of the game.
Nice.
And it is 4th and 10.
The interesting thing is Lawrence took the timeout, but it seems like Messalonskee's the one that made the adjustments because they've really attacked that offensive line.
I noticed that too. Wide to the left side is Luntz. Slot receiver out there is Lucas Proctor. In the shotgun, Hamlin going to run it all the way. And nothing there, and he's going to go down, and Messalonskee holds. A great defensive stand by the Eagles. After the big first down run and then the penalty, Messalonskee stiffens up big time, and the Eagles are going to take it over. It is 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, surprised to see that play calling on 4th and 9. I mean, I credit the rushing attack of Lawrence, but would like to see, I think, something, Hamlin can throw the ball.
So Doucette in the shotgun. Running back is Garrett Bell. And Tatum's going to throw it on first down. They're going to go for it all down deep, and it's caught! It is caught at the 43-yard line by Drake Brunel. A lot of air under that one. And Brunel outran the defender and made the catch to the 43-yard line. And Messalonskee throws it high and deep on the first play from scrimmage, and they get a big gainer out of it.
Yeah, also, I don't know if you could see, Mike, as you were watching there, but Brunel threw his hand up. The ball was halfway there already.
37-yard pass play. And so it's 1st and 10 at the 43 in the flat Card. Card can't break a tackle. Good play by Martin. Right there, they stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that flat pass to Garrett Card. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Card, of course, the big weapon for this Messalonskee passing attack. In the game we saw, he had well over 100 yards, a couple touchdowns.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Clock running, 7:50 to go. In the first quarter, no score. Messalonskee first possession of the game, playing without Sam Doobie. 2 200-yard games in a row out of the lineup. 4 wide. Doucette fires right side, caught by Brunel, and Brunel quickly dropped on that slant at the 40. A short gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 from the 40. So Tatum Doucette over to the sidelines to talk to the old man and get the play. 3rd and 7. Doucette back to the huddle. With a big play call here, 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. Ball just short of the Lawrence 40-yard line. Wide to the left side, Cash Bezier. The slot man out there is Card. 2 to the right. The running back here is Garrett Bell. Doucette pumps, throws, it's tipped at the line, up for grabs, it's picked up by Preston Roy. A tipped pass, and Roy gobbled it up.
Worth noting, we didn't get a chance to get to it in the pregame, kind of a quick start. But against Coney, Doucette threw 2 interceptions.
Well, he's thrown one here, a tipped ball. And Lawrence takes over on their own 39 on a pick by Preston Roy. So a 4th down stop defensively by Messalonskee, and now a turnover by the Eagles, and it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for Lawrence. Handoff right side, Carter, 45, smashes to midfield, has the first down. Give Carter 12 on a first down for Lawrence as they are back in Messalonskee real estate at the Eagles 49. First and 10. Gavin Lunt wide to the right side. Split backfield, inside handoff Wilson. Wilson 45, and Wilson stopped right there at the bottom of the pile for Messalonskee. Ben Ireland, the junior, made the stop, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2nd and 6.
And this is what Lawrence needs to do. They need to stay ahead of the chain, and put themselves in a position where play action and the run those bootlegs become more effective. 2nd
and 6. Colton Carter right side. There's a seam there in the middle, and Carter keeps going, and he's to the 35 on a first down for the Bulldogs there. That's a 14-yard pickup, and they'll move the sticks yet again.
How about this crowd getting fired up?
Lots of people here. A huge, huge crowd. 4 or 5 deep all the way around, standing outside the ropes. 1st and 10 from the 35. Martin inside handoff. He powers ahead. He got 5 more. Got some help there from his offensive lineman, Connor Mayo, with a push and a gain of 5. And this is the Lawrence offense you're used to seeing.
Yes, 100%. And you can live. You'll win the game if you can average 5 yards a pop.
2nd and 5. Lunt wide to the left. Martin the fullback. Carter is the halfback. Now in motion, Wilson. Handoff to Martin. That is such a quick hitter, and Martin is such a quick fullback, and he has the first down. He is inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
Now Lawrence is just blowing Messalonskee off the offensive line.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 23-yard line of Messalonskee. This is where Messo stiffened last time and turned it over on downs. Lunt wide to the right. Double wing. The fullback is Martin. Inside handoff to Carter. Carter bounces outside. There's room there. Jumps over a tackler. He's to the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Lawrence. Colton Carter makes it 6-0.
How about the individual effort by Carter there? Like you said, hurdle, stiff arm. Able to get all the way down there and tiptoe the sideline.
It comes at the 7:02 mark. It's a 71-yard drive. On the conversion, Aaron Craig. Hamlin will hold. Snap good, ball down, and the kick is pulled wide left. No good. And so, at the 7:02 mark of the first quarter, Lawrence strikes first on a 23-yard touchdown run by Colton Carter, and they lead it 6-0.
Just like they drew it up, Mike. Just like they drew it up. The thing that obviously Lawrence has to win the offensive line. That was what Coach Doucette talked about, right? We have to maintain our gaps. We have to win the line of scrimmage. But the thing that helps Lawrence, too, is they just keep coming at you. It's not like they just have Carter. They have Wilson. They have Martin. They have Santone. At some point, I think Burnham will probably get a few carries.
A lot of running backs there. They have a revolving door. So the Bulldogs go 71 yards very efficiently, all of it on the ground. And Carter, the final 23, on a fine run down the right sideline. They lead it 6-0. Back to return for Messalonskee. Garrett Card is on the near side. Brady Brunell on the far side. Both can run. And Aaron Craig will kick it off. It's a very comfortable football night. Temperature in the low 50s. Hardly any wind. A great October night for football. And the field is in fantastic shape. Craig foot into ball. It's a high kick, and it'll be taken by Brunell at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. Slows it down, and that was a mistake. He would have been better off going outside. He slowed it down and got drilled at the 25-yard line, and that is where Messalonskee will start their second drive of the game, 1st and 10 from their own 25.
Yeah, I'm with you. That indecisiveness, a little bit surprising to see, and then he paid for it because he got popped, as you saw in our replay.
You never want to stop like that, returning a kick or a punt. Find some open space. There was outside. Once again, the running back is Garrett Bell in the absence of Sam Doobie. Bell now goes quickly up in motion to a left wing position. Coming in motion is Brunell. It's going to be a handoff to Brunell. Brunell with some room, 30, and Brunell over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And that is a gain of 8 for Brady Brunell, the senior. Actually, let's give him 9. 2nd down and a yard, a gain of 9 on the tackle there, Gage Martin. So 2nd and 9. Tatum Doucette brings him out, sends 2 right, 2 left. Flanked out wide for Messo is Jack Kinney. Bell, the running back. Doucette in the gun. Quickly fires right side. Little bit high and almost picked. A little bit high for Drake Brunell. And it'll be 3rd down and 1, and almost able to get up and get that loose ball was Dane Zaustowski.
Well, wasn't it in the Coney game? The Coney coaching staff said that Doucette occasionally has a habit of putting the ball in harm's way.
Yes. So third down and 1. They run it to Bell, breaks a tackle, and he is absolutely overwhelmed and stopped. And Lawrence makes a play defensively, and on the tackle there, Cam Dostie. Cam was the man, and so they go from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 4. And Doucette will have to punt. Gavin Lunt back to return. So Lawrence defense gets it done.
Worth noting, Mike, I think you see nobody wants to lose a player like Sam Doobie. Oh, wait.
Here's the punt, end over end by Doucette. Lunt sees it hit. It takes a high bounce. He tells everybody to spread out, and it's downed at the 35-yard line by Ethan Miller. 1st and 10, Lawrence leading 6-0 at their own 35.
Obviously, you don't want to lose a player of Doobie's quality, any team, but I think you see the losing him this week and kind of the uncomfort with that, because that was just their second rush, but it was only the first one by a running back. They've dropped Doucette back to just throw the ball.
1st and 10, Lawrence. Good point. Sam Doobie, 2 200-yard games in a row. That's tough to make up.
Yeah.
Wide to the left side is Luntz. Coming in motion is Carter. He gets the give. Sweep right. Carter cuts back to the inside. And he tripped up there over the feet of Denny Martin. And he hurdled to the 39-yard line. Still got 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now, it kind of feels like you're Messalonskee. You're sort of trying to hold back the dam, right? Because it feels like with the way Lawrence has started to rush the ball, you saw that 22-yard touchdown rush. Feels like a big one might be coming.
All right, 2nd down and 6. Martin and Carter in the backfield. It's Carter, and he slips and falls, and he got help there by Denny Martin, who grabbed him high, but the turf went out from under him, and he fell down at the 40. Give him a yard. It'll be 3rd and 5.
He had green grass in front of him to make something out of that.
Clock running, 2:45 to go in the first. 6-0 Lawrence on a 22-yard run by Colton Carter. 3rd and 5 at the 40. Lunt wide to the left. Martin and Carter in the backfield. Double handoff. Wilson. Wilson cuts up. He has the first and more. To the 50. It's a foot race to the 40. To the 30. And down he goes. Hauled down by Garrett Card, who saved a touchdown at the 21-yard line.
How about the speed by Wilson there to just get that? And Lawrence, again, one of the things Coach Doucette talked about in his notes to you, Mike, is how difficult it is for high school level players to maintain discipline. You get that double handoff, and he just blows through the middle, and there's nobody there.
Gavin Wilson showed some great speed there. And it is 1st and 10. We'll call it up the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Handoff, Carter, sweep right. There is room. Outside he goes again. To the 10, to the 5, spun around and out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Colton Carter almost found pay dirt again. And it's going to be goal to go for Lawrence. And right now they are pushing Messalonskee all over the field.
Yeah, they are just blowing them off the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal at the 2. Lawrence comes out, Hamlin under center. Hamlin hands to Wilson. Wilson is in, touchdown. They finally call it. Gavin Wilson with a 2-yard run. And Lawrence has scored their second touchdown in the first quarter. They lead at 12-0.
Man, feels like this game was a little bit. Lawrence obviously doesn't get that 4th down on their first opportunity. It felt like Messalonskee had a chance to kind of capture some of that momentum, and then they throw that pick, and it's all of a sudden all the juice came alive in Fairfield.
65-yard drive. Lawrence looks like they're going to go for 2. Michael Hamlin went over to the sidelines to get the play. And they want the ball. You can choose to move the ball to a hash mark. And Lawrence wants the ball on the left hash mark. So let's see what Kenny Lindloff, their offensive coordinator, calls. Hamlin under center with a full house backfield. Now breaking that is Wilson. He goes wing left. So it's Martin and Carter in the backfield, and Lawrence is confused. And they take their second timeout here of the first quarter. So a timeout called, 1:54 Let's reset things. Brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 154 left first quarter. Lawrence just scored again. Gavin Wilson a 2-yard run earlier. Colton Carter a 22-yard run. And the Bulldogs lead at 12-0 pending this attempt for the 2-point conversion. Our game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. While we've got the time, let me wish Blair and Stacy Doucette a happy 22nd anniversary today. Oh. It is their 22nd anniversary. I DJ'd their wedding.
Wow, no way.
So happy anniversary to Blair and Stacy.
You talked in the pregame about all the angles of the game. You failed to cover that one.
I didn't think it was a real angle of the game. It was a great wedding, by the way, too.
Sure
I've done some great ones over the years. That was a beauty. So happy anniversary, Stacy and Blair. Stacy, of course, has carried Blair for 22 years. It's a heavy burden. All right, here is Lawrence going for the 2. The pitch to Carter. Outside, all kinds of room. He'll scoot in easily for the 2-point conversion. It's 14-0.
Easy there. Again, they are just blowing them off the line of scrimmage. This was a focus for Messalonskee. And you wonder to a certain extent, too, Mike, how much of the illness is playing a factor. I mean, that's what we saw in the Coney game. Do I think Lawrence was the better team that night than Coney? Probably. Do I think they were 40-14 better than them? No. I think it was just right time, right place.
So 14-0. And John Hersom couldn't have written the script any better. 1:54 left in the first quarter. And right now, the Bulldogs' lines are dominating Messalonskee's lines. This game is being won in the trenches. And in talking to Blair Doucette earlier today, he talked about that, how Messalonskee was really going to have to work to control the line of scrimmage. And so far, it's been Lawrence that's been doing the controlling.
Yeah.
Craig to kick off. Brunel and Card back. 14-0. A short kick. And an up man will take it. That's Drake Brunel at the 30. Brunel outside 35 and upended at about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. And on the tackle there is Cole Kirian for Lawrence. So decent field position for Messalonskee. The Eagles have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Yeah, for Lawrence, one of the things I think, Mike, that makes it interesting this matchup, you play Levitt then Skowhegan, and I know Skowhegan's not having their normal standard season, but that doesn't mean Skowhegan doesn't bring some physical power. I mean, Skowhegan ran the ball on Lawrence, so I think that was a good tune-up for this in terms of dominating physically.
All right, Tatum, Doucette brings him out, trips right, one left, flips it out right flat, a blocker in front there for Card. Card has big yardage, has a first down, gets spun out of bounds, and there's going to be more added on here because there's a flag down as Card is down at the 49, and I think it could be a face mask or some sort of personal foul penalty.
Yeah, I don't think it was horse collar. The jersey got tugged on, as you get to see the replay here, but I don't think he got his hands inside the jersey. Face mask.
So it's a face mask. Referee Dick LaCase with the call. So it's an inadvertent 5-yard face mask penalty. First penalty on Lawrence. 1 for 5 for them, 1 for 15 for a horse collar on Messalonskee. Doucette in trouble, out of the pocket, going to run the football. He's super dangerous here, and Tatum Doucette inside the 40, close to the 35. Will spot him down at the 36.
Yeah, I think for Messalonskee, missing Doobie, Doucette's going to have to do a little bit more of that tonight than normally he does.
And he is good at that.
Yes.
Last year, his coming out party really as a quarterback was against Lawrence in that crazy game that Messalonskee won 38-35 in Oakland. Coming into the game, they had just one win. And Doucette went wild. 2nd and 3. Flips it out. It's caught in the flat by Cash Bezier. Bounces inside, and Cash has the first. Cash Bezier, money in the bank there to the 28.
Tell you what, though, even if you don't have a running game, I don't necessarily dislike your chances if Tatum Doucette's the guy you're going to have drop back and fling it a ton.
1st and 10, Tatum Doucette on the Messalonskee offense. At the 28, they trail 14-0, need to score. Twins right, Twins left. Garrett Bell is the running back. No Sam Doobie ankle injury. Doucette fakes a handoff, and then the pass is tipped by Gavin Luntz, trying to go again on the flat left side to Card. Second tip pass of the game. The first one was picked off by Preston Roy. That one fell harmlessly incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
Nice play there by Lawrence, because I think Card had some room to work with up the sideline.
33 seconds left first quarter, 14-0. Lawrence in the lead. Drake Brunel is wide to the right. Bezier wide to the left. In fact, there are three out wide. Doucette over the middle. It is caught there by Brady Brunel. No.
Brunel, I think, just didn't. I'm watching the replay here. I wonder if they got tipped. No, just in front of Brunel, but it looked like it still went through his hands.
Yeah, I should have caught that.
And he had space.
That could have been a big gainer. So it is 3rd and 10 at the 28-yard line. That stops the clock with 30 seconds left. Wide to the right, Card.
They got 4 over here,
and they
Mike.
got 4 to the left. It's an empty backfield. Doucette all by himself. Back to throw. Avoids the rush, dropped the ball, picked it back up, and slips and falls. Well, that play really doomed from the start. And it's going to be 4th and 12. That'll probably run the clock out for the first quarter, and a decision to make here for Blair Doucette. I'm sure he'll go for it. 8 seconds left. They won't get a play called in time, and that'll do it for the first quarter. All Lawrence in the first 12 minutes. Score at the end of one. Lawrence 14, Messalonskee nothing. You're watching and listening to high school football on the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Sean Pattinger is our videographer here tonight at P. Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield. It is 4th down and 12 at the 30-yard line of Lawrence for Messalonskee. Doucette back to throw. Fires it downfield. Has a man and he overshot him. He was wide open down there, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver, Garrett Card. If that's about a foot lower, I think Messalonskee has a touchdown. And I take that back. It was Brady Brunel.
He had him. Like you said, he absolutely had him, but just a little too much zip on that. I think you could even afford to put just a little bit of air underneath it.
Yeah, that's one thing I think that Tatum Doucette needs to work on is the touch at times on the ball.
Real quick, just because I want to fit in the movie reference, that last play that we had at the end of the first quarter, if anybody's seen Varsity Blues, you'll recognize it because they loaded up one side with 4, which got Card all by himself on the far side. That's where they were going to go, but the strip obviously disrupted the play.
The Varsity Blues play, the old Varsity Blues play. Hamlin, just as the snap was made, we have a procedure call on the Bulldogs. Second penalty for them. 2 for 10 so far. So a 5-yard penalty will back them up to the 25. So it'll be 1st and 15. 1st and 15. First play coming up here of the second quarter.
After one quarter, Mike, Lawrence, 18 rushes, 152 yards, 2 scores.
Domination situation. Hamlin in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Going to run it to the right side. Hamlin has room. Michael can run it. And Michael's got the first down all the way up near midfield. Hamlin rips off 25. And a first down for Lawrence.
Just when you think, right, I got to find the running backs. Where's Carter? Where's Wilson? Then all of a sudden the QB takes off, like you said, for about 25 yards. Just shy, 24.
First and 10 at the 49, so give him 24. Lawrence leading 14-0, looking for more. They have absolutely dominated here in the first half.
That was the 8th first down for Lawrence. They had 7 all by rush in the first quarter.
Lunt wide to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground as they should. Handoff Wilson. Nice move to the inside. Then he gets submarined by Garrett Bell, and he hurdled to the 45-yard line. So we'll give him 5. It'll be second down and 5. Great start for the Lawrence Bulldogs.
They're just absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 5. Lunt wide to the left. Hamlin has not thrown it yet. 2 backs on the backfield. Going to keep it on the ground. Carter on the inside handoff. Carter, great running back with great balance to the 40-yard line and a first down. He's got such exceptional balance.
Yeah, the balance lets him get the first down. If he's able to get out of that contact, Mike, he throws a stiff arm, he might be up the sideline.
He's to the 39, first and 10 Lawrence. Bulldogs are getting it done at the line of scrimmage. Preston Roy comes in for Wilson.
Carter already 11 carries, 87 yards.
7.5.
Nearly 8 yards a pop.
Roy wing right. Martin and Carter in the backfield split. Double handoff. They run it around the corner to Roy. Preston cuts it up, cuts back in. Great move, and he's tackled by Drake Brunel at the 28, and that's going to be another Lawrence first down. That's a tremendous run, but a penalty flag is down at the 40-yard line. This is going to come back. It is on Lawrence, so Preston Roy's run is wiped off the books.
Still, obviously, penalty backs it up. Hate to see that, and you can say, that's a reason partially at least for the big play, but Lawrence is just dominating. The other thing, too, Mike, when you got players playing both ways, as a lot of them do, defense being out there a lot to start this game for Messalonskee.
So holding, it's a 10-yard penalty, backs Lawrence up to the Messalonskee 49, clock running, or it will run, 10:26 to go in the first half, 14-0. Lawrence, 2 tight ends, handoff right side, Carter around the corner, Carter to the 45, give him 4. At the bottom of the pile there for the Messalonskee Eagles, Mitchell Marquis, the senior. So they get 5 of the penalty back. It's second down and 15. Coming up at halftime, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. We will run down all tonight's halftime stats and have all the scores from around the state.
At some point, Lawrence is going to run a play action.
It's coming.
It's going to come, and somebody's probably going to be open. But, I would get Hamlin at any point on a bootleg. So if there's some space there, he's got the green light.
Second down and 15, just inside the 45. Here's the play fake. Rolling, looking long. That man is open downfield. It's incomplete. It was thrown too far to the sideline to Lucas Proctor. And we've seen that play hit for a touchdown this year.
He had him. I think Hamlin waited an extra second for Proctor to come open, and then Proctor kind of tried to stay in bounds while trying to catch it and just couldn't quite pull it in.
So the incompletion makes it 3rd and 15. Tomorrow, high school field hockey, another certified big game. Skowhegan and Messalonskee at 10 o'clock from Skowhegan. Live video and audio at centralmainsports.com, brought to you by Central Maine Community College. 3rd and 15. A lot of shifting. Yeah, you had 2 guys shifting at once. This is illegal motion, so Martin can go for a touchdown, and it won't matter. 2 flags were down. They had 2 men moving at the same time, so that'll be another 5-yard penalty, and that is already 20 yards worth of penalties in the quarter here for Lawrence.
Yeah, like you said, all of that, get the big run, and you wipe off 2 big plays due to just 2 penalties.
So the 5 yards marked off, and the ball back to the 49-yard line of Messalonskee. 9.5 to go in the first half. It's 14-0 Lawrence. Bulldogs with a third down and a lot. Third down and 20.
Chance here. Messalonskee has to get off the field.
Yep. Got to stop him here. 3rd and 20. Lunt wide to the right. Now splitting out in motion is Proctor wide left, and Hamlin goes under center. Now he sends Carter in motion. A play fake. Rolling left, has a blocker, Dostie in front. Sets up, lets it go. It's up for grabs down there. It's knocked down, and it's incomplete. That was a 50-50 ball for sure. And Lawrence lucky that was not picked off, and Hamlin's going to have to punt.
Yeah, they are, because Brunel set up there, and then Card set up there, and then Drake Brunel came in and tipped it away. Card had done a good job boxing out. He was going to come, or at least have a pretty good chance to come down with that. Messalonskee, I mean, ultimately, maybe it's best to force the punt. I'm not sure, depending on what you can do return-wise, but
Card will return the punt. Sole safety, Michael Hamlin, will get rid of it near his own 40-yard line. Snap is good, right on the money. He just got it away, almost blocked, and it's a good kick, and smartly Card will let it go and hope it goes to the end zone, and it does. So Card let it go. Almost getting there was Gavin Lunt. Tremendous hustle by number 84, but he couldn't get on that ball, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Messalonskee at their own 20.
And that was close both ways. As we get to see the replay, those watching the stream, that was nearly blocked. And then, like you said, that really started to lose some steam there as it got inside the 10, but luckily for Messalonskee, rolls just far enough.
See if Messalonskee can get something going here. 8:53 to go in the first half. They trail 14-0. Their defense has made a stand. 1st and 10. Garrett Bell, the running back. Coming in motion is Brady Brunel. Jet sweep, they hand it to him. Brunel spins, breaks a tackle, almost broke into the open field. Got the first down at the 30. If he could have broken that last tackle there, he might have gone. That last tackler was Braden Littlefield, who might have saved 6.
There's no denying that Messalonskee has some speed of their own, too.
Eagles get the first down. They move the ball. 1st and 10. Messalonskee at the 31, their own. 8.5 to go in the first half. 14-0. Doucette calling signals. Runs the option. Keeps, and he makes the right decision. And he slipped and fell, though, at the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. There was room to run there, too.
Yeah, Lawrence is lucky there. He lost his footing because he had blockers in front.
He made the right call not to pitch it.
Yeah, especially we saw, right, in the Coney game, Coney scored, made the game competitive. Next play, Doucette takes it 65 yards to the house, and it felt like Coney was done after that.
2nd down and about 4. Wide to the left side is Kinney. Slot man is Brady Brunel. Wide to the right side is Drake Brunel. The turn, the handoff. This is Garrett Bell into the secondary and more. He is into Lawrence territory at the 45, spun down at about the 44-yard line. On the tackle, Zaustowski. And a big gainer there by Garrett Bell. Pinch hitting tonight for Sam Doobie. And he looked a lot like Doobie there. 1st and 10 at the 44.
Give him 20. And 2 running plays in a row, Mike, where there's been some big gaps there. Doucette loses his footing. Actually, take it back 3 in a row, because obviously Brunel, if he doesn't get tackled, like you said, touchdown-saving tackle.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Bell, the running back. The turn. The handoff to Bell. Bell trying to get outside. Gavin Lunt, though, won't let him. And Lunt stayed with him, strung that play out, and stopped him for no gain. And I thought Messalonskee was going to go hurry up, but they're not. Looked for a second like they were going to go line up to me, but it's not the case. They will huddle up. 2nd down and 10. 6:50 to go in the first half. 14-0 in favor of Lawrence. All 14 of their points in the first quarter.
And Messalonskee, I think, maybe can To your point about hurry up, maybe content to settle down, let their defense get a breather.
All right, trips right, one to the left. Running back is Bell. Low snap handled by Doucette. Looks, throws over the middle, is picked off right there. Stepping into it, Littlefield. Brayton Littlefield picked it off, and Doucette tackled him. He threw it right to him. Brayton Littlefield with the interception and a fine return all the way into Messalonskee territory to the 37-yard line.
As you watch the replay on your stream, like you said, Mike, he must have not seen him. And there was 2 defenders there for Lawrence. How about the return by Littlefield as well?
Great return after he read Doucette's eyes and stepped right in the passing lane. Second pick by Doucette. First one was a tip. This one a clean one. And it is 1st and 10 for the Lawrence offense, leading 14-0. Great field position at the Messalonskee 37. Handoff Carter. Carter sweeps right and wrapped up from behind and able to get to the 35-yard line, and that is the end of that. On the tackle, Denny Martin, among others.
How about that? Martin, I don't think actually officially went down there as he popped up, kind of ready to be like, my knee never technically went down.
A gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Huge crowd here at P. Cooper Stadium. Zaustuski wide to the left. Luntz wide to the right. Carter in motion. Dive play. It's Martin. This play has been absolute money for Lawrence this year, and it is again all the way down to the 21-yard line. Give Martin 14 and a first down.
Like you said, it doesn't matter how many times you prep for it. That quick hitter, and Martin's speed is really what makes that play just so deadly.
Yeah, I mean, he's not your prototype fullback. He's certainly not as big as a fullback, and he's certainly far faster than any fullback. Wide to the right side, Luntz. Zaustuski wide to the left. On 1st and 10, Martin gets it again. A dive off the left tackle this time, and only able to get to about the 16, but he still got 4. Well, we'll still give him 5, actually, because he was at the 21. So let's give him 5. 2nd down and 5. Lawrence trying to add to a 14-0 lead with 4:50 to play in the first half. They have dominated. Forced 2 turnovers. Trying to turn this one into a touchdown. Lawrence comes out. Hamlin under center. Pitch out to Carter. Colton Carter turns it inside. Wrapped up down low. Good tackle. Open field by Brady Brunel to spin him down at about the 14, maybe a little more, to the 13.
That was a heck of a tackle.
Brunel with the stop. It is 3rd and 3. As we approach 4 minutes left in the first half, 3rd and 3. Lunt wide to the left. Hamlin under center. Hand off to Carter. Carter sweep right over right tackle. Has the first. As he sidestepped a tackler, used his left hand to sort of push that tackler out of the way. And he is inside the 10 to the 9, and that looks to my eye like it's enough for a first down.
100%. 1st and goal.
So it is 1st and goal.
That also takes Carter over the century mark.
Had a heck of a first half. 1st and goal, Lawrence at the 9. Inside handoff to Wilson, 5. Wilson plows down to the 3, maybe the 2. Gavin Wilson put him to the 2. A gain of 7. 2nd and goal at the 2. Lawrence threatening to go up by 3 scores.
They have just absolutely dominated. You see those watch the stream, you can absolutely see hands on hips.
2nd and goal at the 2. Handoff to Carter. All kinds of blocking in front, and he easily goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence. Colton Carter with a 2-yard run, and the Bulldogs have extended their lead to 20-0. Short field after the pick. They go 37 yards. Touchdown comes at the 8:32 mark. And Craig for the conversion. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Plenty of distance. He did pull it again, and again it is no good. So Craig is wide left, but with 3:18 left in the first half, it is all Lawrence. The Bulldogs lead it by a score of 20-0.
They are just dominating the offensive line for their offense, and I'm not sure what they're doing defensively. You get a nice tip, obviously, like you said, on the first interception, and I think they just have Doucette maybe a little bit flummoxed.
Flummoxed, yeah.
Because, I mean, they were. If we saw the replay for the interception, and we'll show it to you, of course, again at halftime, Littlefield got the pick. There was someone right behind him. There were 2 Bulldogs closer to the ball than the receiver for Messalonskee.
I would say flummoxed is a good word to use. There's no question he has not been made to look as uncomfortable at any other point this year than he has been tonight.
Yeah. And I think you see, too, one of the things I had in my keys to the game, and you and I talked about a little bit yesterday getting ready for this, Lawrence's pass D has been a little bit suspect to us tonight. Superb.
2 picks tonight, 1 a tipped ball, but still. Craig to kick off. High. It's Card at the 17, to the 20, to the left, to the 25, 30. 35 has a blocker, and Garrett Card spins up to near the 40-yard line. Decent field position. Messalonskee in a hole. Got to get a score before halftime. And it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
And a chance, Mike, that the double up, because obviously they deferred. So as bad as 20-0 feels, if you can score here and run out most of this clock, you get the ball to start the second half and really can make the game a game again.
All right, Doucette, 1st and 10, brings him out 2 left, 1 right. Man in motion from left to right. And he fumbled it! As he was putting it in the belly of the fullback to fake it, trying to pull it back out, it fell to the ground, and Doucette just got on the fumble, or did he? No! It's Lawrence's ball! And a nightmarish first half for Messalonskee continues as Doucette fumbles on the first play of the drive, and Lawrence has it 1st and 10 at the Messalonskee 39-yard line.
Yeah, as we see the replay here, based on Doucette's reaction, I think he was fully content to hand that off, and then the running back didn't take it. And again, without Doobie, that's part of what they're dealing with tonight.
No Sam Doobie, and it shows. 1st and 10, Lawrence in business, leading 20-0, looking for more. And he doesn't know what to do with the ball. That was a busted play. Martin went by him looking like it was going to be that fullback dive, but Hamlin kept the ball. And then he didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I think that, just guessing, I'm going to guess that's on Martin, because Hamlin looked like he 100% anticipated handing that off.
So it is a loss on the play of a yard. 2nd down and 11, 2:40 to go first half. No score. 20-0 is the score. Messalonskee wishes there was no score. 2nd down and 11. Boy, the Bulldogs have a chance to bury Messalonskee right here. Man in motion for Hamlin. They fake the pitch. He's going to throw it. Looking long, looking for Proctor, and it's up for grabs. It's caught! Oh my! Carter wasn't even the intended receiver! And he jumped in on a ball intended for Proctor, and he made the catch! Boy, you know you're living right and it's going well when that happens. A ball that could have been intercepted instead is caught not by the intended receiver. And it's a 1st down at the 13-yard line.
To your point, too, Bezier was camping underneath that, thought he was going to get an easy pick.
I thought he was going to get it, too. 1st and 10 at the 13. The handoff to Wilson. He got submarined by Mitchell Marquis. And he did get, though, to the 7. That is a gain of 6. Minute and a half to go in the first half. 2nd down and 4 at the 12. Carter up the middle. Carter Looks like he's got the first down. He's inside the 5. Actually, he's inside the 2. He's at the 1, so he's absolutely got the first down, and it's first and goal.
110 yards rushing, 33 catching for Carter so far in the first half.
Here's Carter. He is in. Touchdown, Lawrence. Carter with his 3rd score of the game. It's 26-0.
Wow.
And a short field, and they only have to go 39 yards. Last 2 touchdown drives, 37 and 39. That's crushing.
Turnovers
touchdown comes at 10:54. And the conversion is up and good, and Craig finally hits one. He's 1 out of 3 on the night. 1:06 to go in the first half, and we have got a domination situation. It's Lawrence 27 and Messalonskee nothing.
Wow. I mean, we figured there were going to be some points scored, figured Lawrence was going to score some points, but how about the response by their defense? And look, I don't want to, there's too much hyperbole in sports. I said to Doucette, I think is very comparable to Noah Carpenter. I think they have a lot of skill sets, but I think you're seeing tonight the big difference between the two of them. One's a senior, one's a sophomore.
Yes, no question about it. And one just is otherworldly, that's for sure. And that's Noah Carpenter, and Tatum Doucette is really, really good and only going to get better. But Carpenter is on another level.
Yeah. Doucette very good, but I think that fumble you saw, he's sped up.
Yep. So Craig will kick off yet again. He's had plenty of practice. And back deep to return, Garrett Card. Squibs it, and we got a whistle, and looks like it's offsides on Lawrence.
Just about the only thing they've done wrong.
I was going to say. That is 4 penalties for 25 yards here in the second quarter alone.
Yeah, 5 for 30 overall, but 20, like you said, 4 of them have been in this quarter. Not that it's mattered as they've built onto their lead, but Coach will get on them about it. You got to have something.
You got to have something.
Got to have something.
So Craig will kick off from the 35 now. Another squibber goes by. It's tipped, and it goes into the hands of Cash Bezier. Bezier stops, lost his footing, tries to get outside. There's nothing there. He got hemmed in by Colby Neto, and all kinds of flags thrown right at the pile, right at the end.
Curious to see what this is. Do you see, Mike? It feels like now, based on that return, Messalonskee is a team maybe a little bit unsure because Bezier just ran back and forth.
And it's on Messo. Holding. Boy, what a dismal first half of the Eagles. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. It's Murphy's Law. And so a 10-yard penalty. This will back him up to the 30.
Messalonskee, I believe, right, has all 3 timeouts still, though, right, Mike?
They do.
So they do have something to work with, but is it a thing where after 3 turnovers in the first half, you're kind of content to get to half, let's talk about this, and we'll start with possession in the third?
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go, but they come out, spread out all over the place. 2 right, 2 left. Doucette, 1 running back. He's going to throw it, and he's going to throw it long, downfield, left side for Brunel. It's incomplete. Good coverage down there by Cole Kurian.
Yeah, Kurian in the perfect spot. Brunel actually ended up playing more defense on that than instead of receiver.
So a long incompletion stops the clock with 51.2 seconds remaining in the half. 27-0 Lawrence. One of the most eagerly anticipated games of the year. One we thought would be a shootout, but a showdown.
Yes.
And right now it's a blowout.
Continuing our streak of games of the week, not quite living up to the evenness.
No kidding. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Doucette. Lawrence has 7 men downfield. He shoots it left side. It's caught by Brunel. He goes down at the 38. And a short gain. It'll be third down and 2. They will go no huddle, 3rd and 2. Doucette's in the gun. Looking left, throws it left. It's caught out there by Brunel, and he gets out of bounds with 27. So now they're at the midfield stripe. They're at the 50-yard line. So you could probably take a shot. Brunel can get it there. You can probably take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, 100%. That was a nice play there by Brunel, able to get out of bounds. I think maybe got a little shouting at after going down on the play before that. And still 3 timeouts for Messalonskee, so it's not like you have to work the sidelines.
27.7 seconds left, 1st and 10 at the 50. Twins right, Twins left. Single setback is Bell. For Doucette. Lawrence will rush 4, drop 7. Back to throw. Doucette with time. Pumps, now runs. He has some room. He is out of bounds. And he is out at about the 41-yard line. And that play took about 6 seconds. We're down to 21.1.
8. What do you think, Mike? At which point do you start calling Hail Marys? Because I'm assuming with 3 timeouts, this one probably going to be a normal offensive play.
Yeah, I'm in no hurry to do that. I'm going to work this and use those timeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, you can realistically get at least 3 plays off now.
And the other thing for Lawrence to keep in mind is they drop 7, like you said. Doucette's got wheels.
Yep, and they've got 7 back now. Twins right, Twins left. They go on the sidelines, and it's shot out there to Card. And Card makes the catch, gets out of bounds, and gets the first down.
That's the other thing, too. Lawrence playing a little bit prevent. You're going to give that up. They can just chip away and move inch by inch without really burning any clock.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're at the 37, 1st and 10, clock at 17.4, still with all 3 timeouts. 4 out, 2 right, 2 left. Doucette to throw it right side, overthrows his man, Brady Brunel, in the flat. And he has been high on a lot of passes tonight.
Yeah, Brunel had some space. There wasn't going to be a ton there. Lawrence was doing a good job. There's going to be 3 defenders, but Brunel had some space to, pick up another 5 to 8 and get out of bounds.
You mentioned earlier, made a reference to him being amped up, and I think that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
Is he realized this was a huge game, and I think he's a little too juiced.
Yeah, sophomore.
2nd down and 10. Left side in the flat, Brunel breaks a tackle, then gets out of bounds near the stick, 9.7. So now they're at the point where you've got to take a shot, I think.
Yeah. Either that or you're telling your receivers you just got to go down and get the timeout in.
Yeah, you do if you throw it in the middle of the field. You can get a timeout. You certainly got plenty of time to do that.
Very important, Mike. Was that 2nd and 10?
Yes.
Okay, so 3rd and 1.
Yep, 3rd and 1. He didn't get the first. He was just short. So 3rd and 1. I don't think Messalonskee is concerned about that right now. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. The running back is Bell. Doucette, they are going to get that first down, and they do. It's out of bounds, left sideline to Card. So there's the first. And the clock is at 6.8. And the line of scrimmage is going to be the 20-yard line.
25.
25-yard line, beg your pardon. So 1st and 10, although down in distance right now, really not mattering much. The ball's on the left hash, the wide side, the right side. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Doucette in the shotgun. Let's see if they take a shot at the end zone. Back to throw. Has time. Doucette now scrambling. Now going to run, and he had better score because he's going to run the clock out, and he doesn't. And Lawrence will take that. You had to throw it up there. Take a shot. If it gets picked off, it's no big thing. And so as it turns out, Lawrence gets nothing, and they are shut out in the first half. What an impressive half by the Lawrence Bulldogs. The score at halftime, the Lawrence Bulldogs 27 and the Messalonskee Eagles nothing. Halftime is coming up, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company right after this on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone and Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here at P. Cooper Stadium at Keyes Field in Fairfield. Sean Packard is our videographer here tonight. And this year, the Messalonskee Eagles have won games by a score of 48-8, 35-0, 39-21, 51-0, 34-12, and 41-14. They have averaged more than 42 points a game and have won their games by at least 30 points on average every time out. Tonight, they are in a situation they never thought they were going to be in and haven't been in at all this year. They are getting drilled at halftime of this game, 27-0. The Lawrence Bulldogs scored early. They scored often, and they have dominated this game. The Bulldogs with 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. The first one capping off a 71-yard drive, a 22-yard run by Colton Carter down the right side. A terrific run. He kept on angling for the sidelines, and eventually got there and got to the pylon and scored. As you see, there's the touchdown right there. Came at the 7:02 mark of the first quarter. Craig missed the extra point, 6-0 Bulldogs. Took them just 3 minutes later to score. They went 65 yards for a touchdown. Gavin Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown run. Carter ran in for the 2-point conversion, and the Bulldogs were up 14-0 after a dominant first quarter, and it got even more dominant, or just as dominant, for Lawrence in the second quarter. Carter scored 2 more, a 2-yard run and a 1-yard run. Both came on short field drives as Lawrence took over at the 37-yard line of Messalonskee after an interception by Braden Littlefield. They took it in for the score. A 2-yard run there by Carter, and then Carter a 1-yard run again on a short field after a Doucette fumble, a 1-yard touchdown run. Craig with the extra point, 27-0. And I think there are people on the other side, which is the Messalonskee side, that are in utter disbelief at this point in time, and the numbers you're about to give us will tell the story for sure.
Yeah, Messalonskee 9 of 16, 100. Tatum Doucette 9 of 16, 100 yards, 2 interceptions, 6 rushes for 29 yards, a fumble loss. So he has 3 first-half turnovers. As a team, they have 11 rushes for 65 yards, which isn't bad. 2 for 6 on third down. On the other side, it's been Carter, 18 rushes, 111 yards. 4 touchdowns, 2 catches, 33 yards. He has both of the catches. And as a team, Lawrence has 33 rushes for 240 yards, 3 of 5 on third down.
Halftime, by the way, is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner. Find them online at hammondlumber.com. So 27-0 here. Let's go around the state on the scoreboard tonight. Bangor 21, EL 20 in the fourth quarter, so a tight one there. Bonnie Eagle over Sanford 14-0. Brewer is ahead. They've got a lead over Nokomis 14-8. That's in the third. It's Bucksport 14 and Dexter nothing in the second quarter. Coney with a lead at halftime after their huge win over Bangor last week. They lead Falmouth 17-7 at the break. Ellsworth and Holton are scoreless. A final, Foxcroft Academy all over Freeport in 8-man football, 56-6. My Poland Knights are struggling again. They're trailing Freiburg Academy 7-0 after opening 4-0. They're on their way maybe to their third loss of the year. All right, here's an upset in the making for you. Let me go back and check our instant update scoreboard here. It's Skowhegan 16 and Gardner nothing at halftime. So a huge upset in the making there. Gorham over Deering 20-0, spoiling the 150th anniversary of Deering High School tonight. It's Grey New Gloucester trailing Greeley 22-16 in 8-man football. Herman over Hamden Academy 8-6. It's Lewiston over Mount Blue 21-7 at halftime. Massabesic in the fourth quarter over Biddeford 56-26. Mount Ararat over Lake Region at halftime 36-6. MDI 24, Morse 19. Noble over Marshwood 33-20. Oceanside 30, York 20 in the third quarter. Old Orchard Beach 8-man football all over Mount View 30-0. Oxford Hills and Wyndham, there's a big one tonight. Oxford Hills in front 21-14. That is just before halftime. Portland 14, Scarborough nothing tonight. South Portland over Kennebunk 14-6. It is Waterville and Mountain Valley in 8-man football scoreless in the first. Wells and Cape Elizabeth, it's Wells over Cape 21-7 at halftime. Winthrop, Monmouth, Halldale over Lisbon 7-0. And Yarmouth in 8-man football over Brunswick 36-20. So that's the entire scoreboard from tonight. Now tomorrow, aside from our big field hockey game on the score tomorrow morning at 10 between Skowhegan and Messalonskee, there is a huge high school football game tomorrow afternoon in Saco when Thornton Academy takes on the Leavitt Hornets. Ooh. So Leavitt will play out of its conference for the fourth or fifth week in a row. I can't remember which one it is.
Well, because they played Oxford Hills, Lawrence. Who did they play last week?
Lewiston. So it's the fourth week in a row they're going to play up. And Thornton Academy, of course, is a Class A school. And so that is a 1:30 start tomorrow afternoon down in Saco. So all eyes will be on that one. Winslow's also in action. Down in Wales, they will take on Oak Hill tomorrow. So we'll have the Messalonskee Skowhegan field hockey game at 10 tomorrow morning here on The Score, centralmainsports.com and 1160thescore.com. All brought to you by CMCC. And tomorrow is open house day at Central Maine Community College in Auburn. The open house goes on 9 to noon. The fancy new Score Jeep will be there to greet you. And Bob Hafford told me, who will be driving the Jeep down there, that he is going to Bluetooth our broadcast of the game and crank it out on speakers.
Love it.
So we're going to be loud and proud at CMCC.
It's going to be a good game
tomorrow, which we should be, man.
Yes, we should.
We have had such a great run with CMCC as our lead sponsor of local sports, one that we hope will continue for an awfully long time. So if you're thinking about college in any way, shape, or form, go to CMCC tomorrow, 9 to noon. And make sure you ask about free college. Yes, you heard me, free college.
Free.
Yeah.
Much like all of our coverage. Free.
Free.
That's why we make such a good partnership.
That's right. And this game, like every other game we do, will end up in the vault. Go to centralmainsports.com, click on vault. Every game that we've ever live streamed is always going to be there. So, let's get out of here, get a quick break in. We will come back. Second half action is coming up. The Score at halftime, a real surprise. Lawrence Bulldogs 27, Messalonskee Eagles nothing. It's going to take a heck of a comeback from Messalonskee. We'll see if they've got it in them. We'll be back right after this on The Score.
201 Tire Battery and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now. Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone and Stove in Oakland.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our videographer is Sean Packard. The three of us back here live at P. Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield. A totally dominant first half by the Lawrence Bulldogs, leading 27-0. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. They have turned Tatum Doucette over 3 times in this one, a fumble and 2 interceptions. And Lawrence has dominated. There is nothing good that you can say from the Messalonskee side of things in the first half, other than the fact that they won the coin toss, elected to defer, and they're going to get the ball to start here in the second half.
And their jerseys are readable.
Yes.
That's always a win.
That counts for a lot. Tomorrow we'll be in Skowhegan, Messalonskee and Skowhegan Field Hockey at 10. The rematch, Skowhegan lost to Messalonskee 2-1 a few weeks ago. The only loss they have suffered this year.
And in a few years.
Yes.
In regular season.
In regular season action, right. Yep. Tomorrow, game time 10 o'clock, live video and audio, centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com. All brought to you by CMCC.
Crucial, Mike. I don't want to say with an entire half to play that Messo scores or the game's
crucial.
over, but
it's crucial.
I think they have to score a touchdown.
It is crucial. It is absolutely crucial.
Because unless they're going to start forcing Lawrence to turn the ball over, Lawrence's offense is built for leads like this because they're just going to salt the clock away.
Yep, absolutely. They're going to eat up clock. That's what they can do with a dominant offensive line and their great stable of running backs. And they've all contributed tonight. Carter, Martin, Wilson, Hamlin on the ground too.
Yeah. Yeah, still haven't seen Santone hasn't registered a carry, and he normally gets a few. Burnham, we're more a fan of because of his speed. He's obviously much lower on the depth chart, but at any given moment, he's someone that's a threat to take it. Are you surprised, Mike, especially with Doobie not playing tonight? Messalonskee starting running back got hurt this week, not playing tonight. Surprised to not see Doucette take it a little bit more. I mean, I know they've run a couple of those read option plays, but really he's just been dropped back and throw most of the game.
Yeah, I think they've actually tried to throw too much, and I think Tatum is amped up tonight, and he is overthrowing his receivers, and I think it would be a good idea to get him involved in the running game again, and I also think it would be a good idea to try to run Garrett Bell a little bit more. He's had a couple of pretty good runs tonight. He's no slouch.
Yeah, he had 3 carries, 17 yards. And then Brunel had 2 carries for 19. As a team, they only ran the ball 11 times. But Doucette dropped back to Chuck at 16.
Yeah. Meantime, Lawrence has just pounded it, and they have pounded it at will.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Craig will kick off. Back deep to return, Brady Brunel and Garrett Card. And we are set to go here in the second half. Craig will kick off left to right. Foot into ball. We're underway in the second half. It's taken by Card. He drops it. Back to get it at the 20. Finally picked it up. And that is the end of that. And there is a flag down. So Card looking to run before he caught the ball. And a flag down. And it's
block in the back.
A block in the back, as AJ said, on Messo. So it keeps on getting worse.
Messalonskee, part of it, talked about being amped up early, Mike. One of the things I wonder is it a case where this team, they've played closer in games the last couple weeks, but they've won comfortably, as you rattled off the scores at halftime, just hasn't really played through a ton of adversity?
No, I think there's something to that, but I also think, Lawrence is really talented in getting better.
Absolutely.
Getting hot at the right time of the season. All right, Doucette in the gun. Work to do, down 27-0. First play of the second half. They're going to run it. They run it to Bell. Bell finds all kinds of room right up the middle. And Bell up over the 20.
I think some of that, like you said, just to make Doucette maybe a little bit more lethal to, not let the defense just drop back and drop back and drop back.
A gain of 9 there for Bell, so 2nd down and 1. So they come out and run Bell on 1st down and have 9 yards worth of success.
A lot of the Central Maine coaches like listening to your calls.
Absolutely. I'm sure they've got their earbuds in listening and absolutely taking copious mental notes. 2nd down and 1. The turn, the hand to Bell, and that time there was a blue wave. Proctor up there, and nowhere for Bell to go.
Oof. Now, unfortunately for Messalonskee, Lawrence coaching staff listening to you as well.
Cam Stewart led the blue wave, and so a loss of about 3. It's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Doucette at the sidelines, coming into the game or back in the game, Garrett Card. 3rd and 4.
Long talk about this one. I mean, it's a big one. We talked about it. Messalonskee has to score.
3rd and 4. Going to have to hustle to get this play off. They've already started the 10-second countdown. Doucette from the shotgun. On 3rd down, and they didn't get it off. They weren't cognizant of it at all. You could tell. I mean, the back judge gives the 10-second call, and it's like Doucette didn't notice it.
No.
And so it goes from 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. So a huge mistake there by Messalonskee. And I think we're seeing some inexperience tonight on this Eagles team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, because it was such a long huddle, too.
You had to know. 3rd and 9. Doucette, a run all the way. Cuts it to the middle. Gets some running room, and he breaks a tackle, and Doucette is up and has the 1st down. That is a huge play there by Tatum Doucette using his wheels.
They needed every bit of that juice right there.
A 1st down at the 31. So on 3rd and 9, Doucette bails him out with his feet. And it is 1st and 10 from the 31. They trail 27-0. Wide to the left side is Bezier. Trips to the right. Bell, the running back. He is behind Doucette in the eye in the shotgun. They run the football to Bell. Bell with room. Bell to the 40. Bell with a 1st down.
You wonder if Lawrence, given the deficit, kind of still playing back, Messalonskee finally committing to running the ball. And I wouldn't be surprised the coaching staff also challenged both of his lines and said, you guys have gotten pushed around.
Well, that's the yin and the yang of things. Now you keep pounding it like this. Have you loosened things up downfield to throw the ball off play action? And, of course, they go shotgun all the time, so there's not much play action in this offense.
Right.
Whereas Lawrence does go under center a lot, and they do run play action.
And even just getting Doucette on some bootlegs, because, of course, he can take off just like Hamlin can, obviously.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 41. Doucette. They run the football to a new running back in the ball game for Messalonskee. That's Landon Rancourt, the sophomore, and Rancourt's upended after a gain of a yard. That kind of hit slow.
Yeah, Lawrence also run blitzed.
So a very short gain, maybe about a half a yard. I'm not sure what this is. We have an official's timeout. And apparently we need a trainer on the other side of the field. So that's what that is. So the trainer dashes over.
Yeah, shout out to Lawrence defender there. He was the message deliverer, Kirian.
Cole Kirian.
Yeah, he delivered the message to the trainer.
2nd down and 9. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. All by himself in the backfield is Doucette calling signals. A run to the right. Doucette bounces outside, 45, midfield, 1st down. Messalonskee's got the running game cracking. And a 1st down at the 47-yard line of Lawrence.
I'm just going to say, We talked about it at halftime that Doucette needed to run. You have to manufacture a run game when you lose a kid that's capable of running for 200 yards a game.
So in the absence of Sam Doobie, they have gotten it going on the ground here. 1st and 10 in the second half. Trailing 27-0. Bezier wide left, trips to the right. Doucette again in the shotgun, hands it off to Landon Rancourt. He powers inside the 45 to about the 43. Rancourt's a sophomore.
Lawrence coaching staff over here getting a little frustrated. Hands on heads after that play. Is after Lawrence dominated the line of scrimmage, kind of getting blown off the ball here to start the second half.
2nd and about 6 at the 43-yard line of Messalonskee. Of Lawrence. From the gun. In the belly of Rancourt, and he is hit after an initial surge there where he looked like he had room. All of a sudden it closed down fast, and Braden Littlefield, who's got a pick tonight on the tackle. Also, Gavin Luntz in there as well at the bottom of the pile. So it's 3rd down and short, 3rd and about 3 at the 40. Clock is running, 7 minutes to go in the third. 27-0 Lawrence. Wilson comes in for Lunt, defensively.
You got to get Doucette moving here. Throw or not, he's got to be moving, so if he sees something, he can take off.
3rd and 3 from the 40. Hands it to Rancourt. Rancourt hurdles for the first down. Rancourt to the 36. The sticks keep on moving. So for now, Blair Doucette has decided they're going to run the ball.
At some point, you know they're going to air it out again, though.
1st and 10. Ball just shy of the 35-yard line. Doucette with Rancourt in the backfield. Hands it to Rancourt. Tries to get around the right corner. Does, and hurdled forward to about the 36, almost the 35. So the sophomore has come in to spell Garrett Bell and has done the job. Give him 5.
Yeah. Messalonskee, offense, sustained success, absolutely what they needed. Question, Mike, is going to be Lawrence, is already going to run the ball. Scoring, obviously, number one priority, but clock is going to be something to keep in mind.
Exactly. 2nd down and 5. The turn, the give to Rancourt. Rancourt around the corner. Rancourt with a first down and more. Rancourt is inside the 15. Landon Rancourt off the bench getting it done.
He's got some wheels. They've gone to him, 4 or 5 straight times?
So Rancourt has really given Messalonskee a spark. 1st and 10. Eagles at the Lawrence 15 in the red zone for the first time in the game. All of it on the ground. Rancourt in the eye behind Doucette on the gun. 1st and 10, 15. Now they're going to throw it into the end zone. It's deep in the corner and it's incomplete. Receiver flashing open at the tail end of that, but double coverage back there. And it would have had to have been a perfectly thrown football in order to complete that to Garrett Card.
Yeah, that was good coverage, so you can't really say it needed a little bit more air, but like you said, the coverage was tight, so you put any more air up there, it's not getting there.
And Card may have come down hard on his left shoulder or arm. Comes off the field, standing on the sidelines. So it is 2nd and 10 from the 15. Doucette in the shotgun. The handoff to Rancourt, bounces outside. Lawrence late getting there, and Rancourt gets off another good gain on a play that I thought developed awfully slow, but good blocking by the Messalonskee offensive line, and Rancourt's able to get 5, maybe 6.
Yeah, they did a nice job there as Rancourt bounced that out. They did a good job of sealing without obviously committing a penalty, which allowed him to get to the sideline.
So it is 3rd down and 5. Card back into the game. He's wide left. There's 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rancourt, the running back, on 3rd down and 5. Thrown up for grabs, back corner of the end zone, and Card can't come down with it. Again, slightly overthrown.
That was a nice run of a play because Card had it again, but like you said, Doucette just a little bit out of reach. And there was good touch on that one, just a little bit too far.
So 4th and 5. What does Blair Doucette have in his bag of tricks for this? 4th and 5.
Well, whatever it is, it's not going to involve Garrett Card.
Right, he's leaving the game. Beezer is wide to the left. Wide to the right side is Drake Brunel. The slot man is brother Brady. From the shotgun, 4th and 5 at the 10. They hand it off. It is Rancourt. Rancourt doesn't get it. They tried to surprise him, and we have got an injured Messalonskee player down, a lineman who is getting up and hobbling off the field. It's like Jordan Lewis. No, it's Cooper LeClaire.
And he was
already dealing with a hamstring.
And he came in banged up.
So Messalonskee threatens, but they cannot get it in. And on downs, the Lawrence defense takes over 1st and 10 from their own 9.
Surprised to see that, especially. I know he's not had a good game. You've got Tatum Doucette, and on your biggest play, you take the ball out of his hands.
And just as the play is about ready to go off, we have an official's timeout taken. Tonight's game brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville. The dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at CM Auto Group tomorrow. Find them online at CM Auto Group. Period. Stop. Tomorrow, we'll be live in Skowhegan. Skowhegan Messalonskee Field Hockey at 10. 1st and 10 here from the 9. Lawrence, 4:24 left in the third quarter. Going to keep the football on the ground. Why not? It's worked brilliantly in the first half. And their first play from scrimmage in the second half works great, too. That is Gage Martin. And Martin for a first down. He is at the 20.
And Martin, you got to make sure he bounces that outside. You got to make sure to tackle him because he's got speed to burn.
He can run away.
Yes.
He can definitely run away from you. He did from Skowhegan last week. So 1st and 10, Lawrence with a 27-0 lead. And the Bulldogs with this running attack can literally run this clock out. They have that kind of capability. They go to Martin again on the dive, and Lawrence stopped there. Excellent play by Mitchell Marquis, making the stop. No gain. Actually, check that, a yard. Give him 1 second and 9.
He's got 50. Martin has 56. Wilson has 60. And then, of course, Carter had the big first half, 111.
You add it all up, it's a lot. Proctor's wide to the right here in this set. Carter in motion, gets the pitch. He's turned inside, though, by Brady Brunel, and Brunel grabs that ankle and hangs on for dear life. He won't let go. Good tackle by Brunel in the open field of Carter, a tough guy to bring down in the open field, so it'll be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 8.
Nice tackle there, especially you talk about a smaller guy against the bigger Carter, because 3rd and 8, you put them in a position where does Lawrence want to throw, or with this lead, do they run and just keep the clock moving, and they're willing to punt and say, well, our defense has played pretty well tonight, we'll keep doing it.
3rd and 8. 2:45 left in the third quarter. 27-0 Lawrence. Littlefield in motion, snap almost over the head of Hamlin, and Michael batted it down with his throwing hand and then jumped on the fumble, and Lawrence will have to punt.
Break there for the Eagles.
So Hamlin will punt, and back to return Garrett Card. Card right near midfield, and Hamlin will get rid of it at about his 7 or 8 yard line. So a chance for Messalonskee to shorten the field.
They were close to blocking that last one, too.
Snap a little low. He handles it, gets it away. It's very short and high. It comes down. It takes a great Messalonskee bounce, and it's down at the 39-yard line. And so Messo has the ball in Lawrence territory at the 39.
How about Drake Brunel? You got to respect that. He heard that poison call, didn't know what to do, so he just hit the ground and tried to get out of the way. Get skinny, get skinny, get skinny.
He did. 1st and 10, Messalonskee. Have we said this before? They need to score.
They need to score. Well, just like that, you have 2 possessions this third quarter. There's less than 2 minutes left already.
Yep. And the last one ended in the red zone inside the 10. 1st and 10 for Brunel. Again, Rancourt, the running back, in the eye. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lawrence will rush 4. Doucette to throw it. Right sideline. It is caught out there. The catch made by Drake Brunel, and a first down at the 20. Give him 19 as he turned it upfield smartly.
Yeah, he was wide open. The problem is establish that running game. What was nice to see is you don't score, and now all of a sudden the third quarter's basically gone.
Yep.
So now you're going to have to drop back and air it back out again.
Yep, 1:44 left. 1st and 10 at the 20 of Lawrence for Messalonskee, trying to get on the scoreboard. Twins right, twins left. Rancourt the runner. Doucette looking left. Fires. It is incomplete. Intended in the left flat out there for Jack Kinney, the senior. Not a well-thrown ball by Tatum Doucette. Incomplete.
Yeah, Kenny was set up with his body facing inside, I think, so he could keep going that way to the sideline. And then he had to turn back towards the end zone and couldn't track it down.
That stops the clock on the incompletion with 1:26 to go in the third. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Doucette returns from the sideline. Twins right, twins left. Rancourt the running back. Doucette on 2nd and 10 from the Lawrence 20. Back to throw. Setting up, and as he was about to throw, the ball came right out of his hands. Now he runs with it. You don't see that happen very much. As Doucette was ready to fire it off, it slipped right out of his hands. And again, it's getting cold, and it's a little bit damp out there.
Yeah, that one just dropped straight down. Never seen that before.
And at least he salvaged 3 on the run. 3rd and 7 with 57 seconds left in the third quarter. 27-0 Lawrence. Doucette in the shotgun. The handoff to Rancourt. Rancourt stops, trying to square the shoulders up, and he got a couple, and it's going to set up a big 4th down play. 4th down and about 4. Clock is running with 30 seconds left in the quarter. It's 4th and about 4. Line of scrimmage just inside the 15-yard line. Clock at 17. Looks like they're content to let it run out because they can. Maybe not, though. Doucette returns from the sidelines. 5. And he doesn't get it off, and that is the end of the third quarter. So opportunities for Messalonskee in the third, but they can't cash in. We go to the fourth quarter. It is all Lawrence. Lawrence Bulldogs 27, Messalonskee Eagles nothing. You're watching and listening to live coverage of high school football on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, along with our videographer Sean Packard back here at P. Cooper Stadium, Kiesfield and Fairfield. We've got a 4th and 4 at the 15-yard line for Messalonskee. They need to get just inside the 9. Trips left, 1 to the right. Doucette over the middle. Man's open, and it picked off! It is intercepted, and it might be returned for a score, although hustling is Rancourt, and he will catch the ball carrier, and I'm still waiting to see who it was. It was intercepted by Colby Neto. He stepped in front of it. There was a man open, and again, he read Doucette's eyes and made the play and returned it all the way to the 35-yard line of Lawrence. A great job there. Actually, no, I think it was Proctor. Can you see on the replay who it was?
One more. Hold on. Let me get a quick look at this.
It'll be 1st and 10 Lawrence at the 35 of Messalonskee. And that is the 4th turnover committed by Tatum Doucette in the first in this game. The handoff is to Carter. Carter smashes to the 30, breaks away, gets a first down inside the 25 to the 23.
I believe it was 86, Mike.
Well, it has to be 88 then Proctor.
Okay, 88 then.
So let's go with him. So Lucas Proctor with the pick. He read Doucette's eyes, stepped right in the passing lanes. I don't think Doucette ever saw him.
Again.
And he returned it to the 35-yard line. I think that literally came at the goal line. So that was a heck of a return, about 65 yards before he got caught by Landon Rancourt. So Proctor with the pick.
Timeout, Messalonskee.
And Messalonskee takes a timeout.
Show it to you one more time.
Absolutely.
He just hung it up there, too. He was looking for Brunel, but he just hung it up there. The defender was in the area.
So it's funny, Lawrence, during the preseason, people were talking about their pass defense being suspect. And tonight they have made life miserable for Tatum Doucette.
2?
Was it 2?
Yeah.
If it was 2, it was Colby Neto.
You were right the first
All right,
time.
I had it right the first time. All right, so the pick officially to Colby Neto.
He said third interception tonight, 4th turnover for Tatum Doucette.
And how much lately have we heard about ball security at every level of football?
Yeah.
No matter where you are, no matter what level you're playing at, you can't turn the ball over. It is crushing, and it has crushed Messalonskee tonight. And barring something crazy happen, it's going to cost them their first loss of the year. Here's Maddox Santone hanging onto that ball for dear life, and Santone down to the 15.
No surprise here, right? You're trying to salt away, as obviously Lawrence got the big lead. They're going to run the ball. You bring in the actual big bruising fullback. His first carry.
So Santone gets 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 at the 15. Santone, Wilson, and Carter in the backfield. Handoff inside to Wilson. Wilson grabbed down low by Mitchell Marquis. But he is close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say it's short. 3rd down. 10.5 to go in this one.
Oh, I think are we going to get a measurement? Yep. I think we're going to get a measurement.
Yep, they're going to take a closer look. So an official's timeout. Clock stops with 10:31 left in the 4th quarter, and they will bring the sticks out and take a closer look.
We can look at we'll look at the highlights, obviously, as we wrapped it up in the post game. Still 10.5 here to go, Mike. But the both interceptions, I think, were almost the exact same route combinations. One was just on the right hash, and the last one was on the left hash. And again, the defender just didn't make some great break on the ball. He was in the area.
All right, the stretch and looks short.
Yeah, I think by a few chain links.
Yep. So just a hair short.
3rd and inches.
Lawrence ahead 27-0. A piece of humble pie tonight for Messalonskee for sure.
Yeah, and you never want to lose, but this is probably one of those games the coaching staff, while they're kicking and cussing right now, goes back and says this is one of those things maybe to humble us and get us to work hard, get us to go to the goal we want to get to.
Well, that's always something that is said in a situation like this, and what else are you going to say?
Yeah.
3rd down and inches. The turn, the give to Carter. Carter gets those inches and more, gets outside, able to run away there from Card, and able to run into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence, a 14-yarder, his 4th tonight.
Bounce out, and that's your salt in the wound right there.
And again, a short field thanks to the interception. And the great return there by Colby Netto. They only have to go 35 yards. Craig for the conversion. It is up, and it is good. And with 10:19 left in the 4th quarter, it is Lawrence 34 and Messalonskee nothing.
I think it's worth noting, Mike, one of the things that surprised us 2 weeks ago was Skowhegan. They were able to find some rushing yardage against this flag. I think we're going to redo this, Mike. I looked away here as it's updating the score.
Yeah, apparently a penalty on Lawrence for procedure. No, it is on Messalonskee, so it's going to put the ball closer to the goal line, so that means that Lawrence will go for 2. So it is still 33-0, and now the Bulldogs will send their regular offense out there and try for the 2. They have scored 1-2 tonight. Full house backfield for Michael Hamlin. Hamlin, inside handoff. Wilson just waltzes in for the easy 2-point conversion, and it's 35-0. And you know what that means? Running time.
That is true.
Who would have thought that this game would get to running time?
This has been, let's see, I think the 3rd game we really designated as the game of the week. I think most people who knew football thought Leavitt was going to beat Lawrence, but you expected it to be competitive, and Lawrence put up a good showing. Leavitt's just the best team in the state. Hadn't lived up to the hype yet, Mike. I think our deficit in games of the week's like 30 points. We just got to go to Winslow.
There's running time on our games of the week. Yeah, that's right. Winslow. That's where our games are always great.
Yeah. You haven't seen any of those evolve. The Madison, the Belfast, and the, who did we just have?
Brewer.
All close, exciting games.
Right down to the last play in some cases.
Yeah.
So, all of those games in the vault. This one will be too. There's only one side, I think, that's going to go and watch the vault. Or go to the vault at centralmainesports.com.
I don't want to speak for him, but I know that specifically Gage Martin is a huge fan of the score highlights and the score vault.
Yes, I've heard that. That's cool.
Brewer also surprisingly big fan of the vault.
Well, they wanted to see some of the good plays they made because they did make some good plays. Short kick by Craig. And on a hop, it's returned by Garrett Card. Card some room to run, and look at him go. Is he going to break it? Card, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Garrett Card. And Messalonskee on the board just like that. So much for running time.
Garrett Card did that despite the fact, I feel like to a certain extent, he didn't really get that great of blocks.
I'm trying to remember where he picked that ball up. Can you see on the replay?
I think about the 22-ish.
All right, so let's give him a 78-yard kickoff return for Garrett Card to get Messalonskee on the board. And for the conversion, the Eagles, Finn Minkle. Card has to hold after all that. And fumbled snap. Finkel picks it up, going to try to run. Finkel right side tackled. Hauled down there by Zaustuski. And so their attempt for 2 in the end is no good. And with 10:07 left in the 4th quarter, it is 35-6, Lawrence.
Yeah, I think about 22 as we show you the replay here again. How about that? I didn't think he got that great of blocks, just got enough of a hole and then outrace, as you saw, about 6 Bulldog defenders down that far sideline. Well, no shutout.
The shutout is gone. And Messalonskee will kick off to Lawrence for the first time since the opening kickoff of this game.
That's just a point of pride, I think, for this team, too. We've talked about that in some of the games we've had getting lopsided. You never want to get blanked.
Absolutely, and especially, I mean, yeah, right. I mean, they're unequivocally, you never want to get blanked. But in this game, with the hype that this game has had, to have this goal like this for Messalonskee, absolute worst-case scenario.
How many times do you think at the high school level you practice an onside kick?
Probably more now than ever.
Yeah. I'm curious to see. He set it up normally. I'm always curious to see how they set it up because sometimes they set it on its side.
Yep, Finn Minkle might as well. They load up on the left side of the formation with 6 players over there. It's a squibber and immediately fallen on by an up man, and that was Brandon Watson.
Great job.
One of the good hands people.
Yeah, nice job by Watson. Secured that, immediately tucked it down.
So midfield is the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. On the onside kick for Lawrence. Leading here 35-6. Get that running game going again. Michael Hamlin comes out. Hasn't had to throw much tonight at all. He's rolling out, going to run it all the way this time. 45, 40, inside 35, inside 30, and Michael Hamlin down to the 26. Michael Hamlin rips off 24 yards and a first down for Lawrence.
That had a whole wave out there, as you see on the replay. He bootlegs, and there's just green grass.
So Hamlin, a 26-yard run, 1st and 10 Bulldogs, 24-yard run at the 26.
One thing for Lawrence, I mean, obviously you'll take as many points as you get for Lawrence. That really kind of defeats the salt and the clock away.
Absolutely. Hamlin, inside handoff to Wilson, and Wilson is gobbled up by Nate DeBlois, the big defensive lineman.
That was actually Roy, his first carry.
Was it Roy? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it was. Preston Roy, 43.
He unfortunately got stuffed.
A loss of nearly 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down, almost 15. Lunt wide to the right. Roy is wing right. Santone the fullback. Roy in motion. Handoff, sweep right. It's Colton Carter. Carter wrapped up and flipped to the ground. Mitchell Marquis, who's had a great game defensively for Messalonskee on the stop, along with Denny Martin. Clock running, 8:43 left in the fourth quarter. 35-6 Lawrence.
Fans a little unhappy about that tackle, but it's just a fact of the matter that Carter got wrapped up and didn't go down.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big boy.
3rd and 10. Lawrence at the Messalonskee 25. Gavin Luntz wide to the right side. Hamlin going to run it again. Has a blocker in front. Michaels to the 20. Hamlin smartly goes out of bounds rather than take a belt. And he is out of bounds at the 16. Just a little bit short of the first down. Let's let him take a look at it first. Maybe he's not.
Oh, yeah. First look, I thought he had that, but no, now that they mark it, yeah, that's short.
Okay, so it is short, so it's 4th down and less than a yard. Obviously, Lawrence is going to go for it here. Just a matter of running the clock out. A first down will go a long way toward that. 8:13 to go. Santone the fullback. Wilson in the backfield as well. Wing left is Carter. The give to Wilson. First down and more. He smashes and rolls over at about the 11-yard line on the tackle. Vinnie Robinson for Messalonskee. And Eagles slow to get up. I think that is Nate DeBlois. Nope, it's Mitchell Marquis. 54. Gets up and walks it off. Might have twisted an ankle. Now he is going to come out.
Last thing either team obviously wants is, this game's decided. Get out of here healthy.
Yeah, you've already got Doobie down. So I saw Sam on the field and obviously street clothes before the game. Certainly gimpy. And Blair Doucette said they don't know what his status is for the rest of the season.
I wonder if does that to you speak that it was that recent? They just don't have X-rays or whatever it is back.
Yeah, it might have been yesterday in practice. Who knows? First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Hamlin with a running clock, going to milk it here. Wait for that back judge. And he hands off to Carter. Carter with a blocker out in front, bounces to the outside, but strung out well by the Messalonskee defense. Card out there.
Uh-oh.
We got
Carter slow to get up. He's not putting – he took a second there to put some pressure on that right foot.
Yeah, he's a little slow there, but is up. And our guy, Jaden Burnham, is in.
Yeah, I think that's the sign to sit number 32.
Speed demon. Burnham, a senior, who looks like about the fastest player we've seen this year. He's wing left.
He's up there.
Clock running, 6:50 to go. Hamlin milking it. Waiting for that 10-second signal. There it is. Burnham in motion. Inside handoff to Wilson. Wilson absolutely bowls over a couple of tacklers. And Wilson is near the 5-yard line. He just bowled him right over. He's got a very low center of gravity. 3rd down and 4. Line of scrimmage is about the 6.
Yeah,
just short of the 5.
Yeah, it looks like they're just about to the 5 with the first down marker at the 1.
Santone and Burnham in the backfield. Wing right is Wilson. Hamlin waiting for that 10-second call from the back judge. There it is, under center. 3rd and short. Inside handoff to Burnham. Burnham with the speed, and Burnham easily into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence. So give Burnham a 5-yard touchdown run.
Nice for the senior on homecoming night especially, too.
And that makes it 41-6. Time of the touchdown, 6:07. And Craig for the conversion. Michael Hamlin will hold it. Aaron Craig looking to put point number 42 on the board. Plenty long enough. Did he yank it again? Yep. He did. It's wide left. That's been his issue tonight. But with 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in this one, it is 41-6 Lawrence.
Man, who would have thought, like you said, you talk about running clock in this game, who would have thought, too, even if you said, all right, Lawrence wins and Messalonskee doesn't score an offensive touchdown.
Yeah, every scenario you just laid out, I would have rejected.
Just nuts, especially with Tatum Doucette. But I think, we talked about it, big game, come in a little too amped, make some mistakes early, a team maybe not facing adversity or not really being punched in the mouth yet. And Lawrence took it right to him and not being able to respond super well to that. But, man, credit this Lawrence team. That's the one thing we talk about, the premier programs in Central Maine. Lawrence is going to be one of those teams. Whatever you saw week 1 is not what you're going to get week 8.
Absolutely not. I think John Hersom would love to have another crack at Bangor. Here's the kickoff by Craig. A liner taken by an up man, and that is Cash Bezier. Bezier goes to the far side of the field and is taken down at the 37.
Bezier's had the ball twice on kick returns. He has run, I think, for maybe 2 yards forward and about 50 yards laterally.
And that is not the way to do it on kickoff returns.
Ooh,
you don't get much that way. So 1st and 10. And a running clock now, or there will be as soon as this play from the line of scrimmage starts with a 35-point gap in the second half. And now it starts. 1st and 10, 5:40 left. 41-6 Lawrence. The only touchdown scored on a 78-yard kickoff return by Garrett Card. Handoff.
That's Rancourt.
So Rancourt on the give. Landon Rancourt, sophomore. I wonder if something happened to Garrett Bell. We haven't seen him much here in the second half.
Yeah, I thought initially it was one of those things where you're like, all right, let's try something else. And he had some success, but to your point now, haven't seen number 2 in a minute, and now you start to get to, did he get banged up?
2nd and 7. 2 to the right, 2 to the left for Tatum Doucette. Rancourt, the running back. Lawrence drops 7 men back. Doucette, right side. Ball is caught out there by Brady Brunel, and Brady is up to the 48, and that's a first down for Messalonskee. 1st and 10. Clock continues to run. And the Lawrence Bulldogs are 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from knocking Messalonskee from the ranks of the undefeated and getting their 5th win of the year. Doucette back to throw it. Left side, almost picked off again. That was a near miss by Cole Curian.
Not only that,
that's a touchdown.
That's a house call.
Yep, that is a house call. That is a touchdown. And that is something that Lawrence has defended well tonight. Doucette they have figured him out.
Yeah. What, didn't Curian just miss a house call last week against Skowhegan too? He had the one that had a tip.
Yes.
And he didn't catch it.
2nd down. Doucette keeping it all the way, trying to get around the corner. Tatum Doucette does get around the corner, then is flushed out of bounds after a gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd down, actually about 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4. He did get into Lawrence territory. 3rd down and 4.
Man, even last year, Mike, and obviously I didn't call football with you last year. Even as a true freshman, remember Doucette being just this out of sorts, or a team getting this good of him?
No. Do not. On 3rd down and 4, he throws it up for grabs deep to Brunel, and Brunel can't come down with it. Back there covering was Aaron Craig. That's a ball that they did hit on the first series of the game for them, but
he
not
had
since.
I don't even think that. I think that was borderline catchable. I think that a little bit outstretched, so a little bit far for Craig. I don't want to, or Brunel. I don't want to get too much on him, but I think very catchable ball.
Clock continuing to run with the 35-point gap. 2:20 left. 4th down and 4. Doucette brings him out at the 47 of Lawrence. Trips left. Right side, going for it all to Brunel, and it is incomplete. And Brunel had to play cornerback there because Aaron Craig was in position to pick that ball off. And Lawrence will take it over on downs.
Yeah, that nearly was a one-handed pick right there. That was a nice play. But like you said, I mean, you nailed it, and obviously easy to say at this point. Lawrence figured something out and just had Doucette figured out.
He's just all out of sorts.
Yeah.
I mean, he's bamboozled right now. And the film session ought to be interesting with Messalonskee that they have this week, looking at the film of this.
Yeah.
Because this is unlike anything they have seen this year.
Well, I mean, like you said, 6-0. 6 other teams couldn't even come close to doing this.
Nope. Lawrence comes out 1st and 10. Cole Curian is at quarterback. And Curian just waiting for the 10-second call. 1 minute left. There it is. First and 10, probably just take a knee. That's all he'll do. And so the bus ride back to Oakland, while not long, is not going to be a very pleasant one. Messalonskee rips through the first 6 this year. The 7th time, though, not a charm.
I credit this line. I mean, we do, right? There's a reason this is game of the week, despite being 6-0 and 4-2. This Lawrence team was capable of giving Messalonskee a game.
Curian with a knee, and that is it. The clock will run out, and the celebration on homecoming night in Fairfield is on. The Lawrence Bulldogs have knocked the Messalonskee Eagles from the ranks of the undefeated. The final score in this one, the Lawrence Bulldogs 41 and the Messalonskee Eagles 6. The postgame show is coming up. You're watching and listening to high school football on the place for local sports, Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Goodyear credit card for all your auto needs with great benefits. 6-month financing when you buy $250 or more. Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions apply. Double savings on select Goodyear tires via mail-in rebate. Accepted at Exxon and Mobil locations nationwide. The Goodyear credit card, the complete solution. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Get yours. Apply now. Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta, so there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Filan, AJ Knights, along with our videographer Sean Packard, back here at P. Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield. A beat down tonight, a domination situation by the Lawrence Bulldogs as they roll, cruising to a 41-6 victory in one of the, I thought anyway, most anticipated matchups of the high school football season. It was much anticipated, but it did not live up to the hype. The Lawrence Bulldogs came in and made a statement, and that statement has several exclamation points beside it.
Yeah, I mean, no offensive touchdowns for Messalonskee, a team that, like you said, I think I had
42.6 points a game.
Yeah, their differential was like 42 scored to like 9 given up. 3 interceptions, 4 total turnovers for Tatum Doucette, who's been one of the darlings in Central Maine football and still one of the best players, but they just absolutely had him completely turned which way. And the offense for Lawrence, after I think talking about their goal of dominating physically against Skowhegan and feeling like, I think they punked themselves a little bit against Leavitt. They went away from what they did well, and they kind of got themselves in a hole. They still scored 32, established this is Lawrence football. Try and stop us.
2 touchdowns in the first quarter, one by Carter, one by Wilson. It was 14-0 at the end of one. Carter scored 2 more touchdowns in the second quarter. It was 27-0 at halftime. Neither team scored in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, for the Lawrence Bulldogs, Carter with another touchdown, a 14-yard touchdown run. Wilson ran in for the 2-point conversion. And at that point, we were at running time, 35-0. It didn't last long because Garrett Card returned the ensuing kickoff 78 yards for a touchdown. That made it 35-6, but we got back to running time when Burnham ran in for a touchdown of 8 yards for the score, and it was 41-6. That ends up being the final score. When we talked in the pregame show about Coach Brady Doucette's bullet points about the things that his team had to do, talking about winning the battle at the line of scrimmage, and they did not on either side of the ball. No turnovers was number one. That box didn't get checked. Win the line of scrimmage, that box didn't get checked. None of the boxes got checked tonight for the Messalonskee Eagles, and everything Lawrence hoped to do in this game, they did.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, this is the 4th time we've seen this Lawrence football team this year, and they've been pretty prone, I think, to some big runs. And really, there was a couple of them, but I mean, you'll take those chunk plays, the 20, the 30-yarders, right? But it's not like there was anything they busted off like last week. Martin scored from 70-some yards out, and then he scores from 30 yards out. They just whittled them down, but more than anything, Messalonskee just couldn't do anything.
No, I mean, they won the coin toss. That was the highlight of the night right there. They deferred, and everything went downhill from that point on. But, Lawrence, I mean, keep Tatum Doucette off the field. They did, and when he was on the field, they turned him over all the time.
4 times.
So you run like Lawrence did. You pound the football tonight. You dominate the game physically, both on your offensive line and defensive line, and keep Doucette on the field. And then when you do allow Doucette on the field, all you do is take the ball away from him.
Yeah, and I think much like I thought Lawrence got away from what they do best against Leavitt, they tried to run a reverse flea flicker, and next thing you know, the Hornets went down and scored, and it was 14-0 before you could blink, and then they were chasing points. I think tonight you saw, and again, you lose a huge player in Doobie, but I think the coaching staff kind of got away from it, trying to balance the team out, and they just come out there and fling it, and they don't score. They get the 4th down. Lawrence, they can't stop them. Next thing you know, it's 14-0, and they really didn't commit to running the ball till the second half. And by then, they had a great first drive. Problem is, they ran 7 of 12 minutes off. They don't score. Lawrence burns out basically the rest of the third quarter, and now it's still 27-0.
And I had a feeling, though, when it got to 14-0, that if Messalonskee didn't score then to cut the deficit to 1 touchdown, they were in trouble, and that's how it turned out. Let's get a look at the final numbers, AJ.
Yeah, for Messalonskee, for Doucette, 11 for 25, 128 yards, 3 interceptions, 10 rushes for 60 yards, a fumble loss. So he had 188 total yards, but 4 total turnovers. As a team, 28 rushes to 158 yards, 3 for 11, though, on third down's a big number that stands out. Carter has to be the player of the game, 23 rushes, 143 yards, 4 touchdowns. He also had both catches for 33 yards. As a team, 51 rushes, 332 yards, 6 touchdowns. They were 3 for 7 on third down, but 4 players had at least 50 rushing yards.
I said, 40 carries. Well, they had 33 and over 300 yards. 300, what was it, 38?
51 for 332.
Yeah, I mean, just a, remarkable domination there. And, if John Hersom sat down, say, on Wednesday and wrote a script, this was what it would read like.
Yeah, Hamlin, I think, was 2 for 5, both passes to Carter.
But he had a great night running the ball.
Yeah, and he was one of the 4. Him, Martin, Wilson, and obviously Carter all had at least 50 yards. And again, 332. I think we've done four games for Lawrence now, and I think they've been over 300 all but 1.
So Messalonskee 6-1, and Lawrence now is 5-2 with 1 regular season game remaining. Tomorrow we've got a big field hockey game.
Yes.
Kind of. Messalonskee and Skowhegan, the rematch. Messalonskee beat Skowhegan earlier this year 2-1 in Oakland. This one's up in Skowhegan on real grass. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Live video and audio at centralmainsports.com, at 1160thescore.com. This game will be in the vault later on this evening as well. Go to centralmainsports.com, click on the vault for all of the games that we live stream. So for Sean Packer down there in the stands tonight with the Bulldog Rowdies running the camera tonight, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying good night from P. Cooper Stadium at Keyes Field in Fairfield. The final tonight, Lawrence knocks Messalonskee from the ranks of the undefeateds. It's Lawrence 41, Messalonskee 6. Good night.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, BJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, Computer Improvements, Casella Waste, and by Dixon's Country Market. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on The Place.